This is the Biorelativity for December 14th, 2021. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Greetings, this is Giuliano. We are the Arcturians. We will look at the weather patterns, particularly over North America and the United States. Certainly, the interaction of new forces and new patterns are emerging throughout the planet, and also those new forces and new patterns are also manifesting in North America. These are due to a complex series of interactions. That is, we are looking at ocean currents, the melting of glaciers, and the interactions of the atmosphere with these types of different shifts. And as I have explained before, one part affects the whole. So even when you are looking at weather patterns specifically at North America, one has to take into consideration what is happening in Asia, what is happening in the Pacific Ocean, what is happening in South America. This becomes a complex interaction, and when we are talking to Mother Earth, we have to leave it up to her wisdom in order to make the necessary connections that are really complex. And I'm hoping that everyone understands the complexity, and that why when we are working, we have to, with the planetary healing meditations, we have to connect with the spirit of the earth, with Gaia, and in her wisdom, ask her to make the necessary modifications through taking into consideration all of the complex patterns that are now being emerging and are now being shifted. And some of these patterns that are being shifted are even below most people's awareness and consciousnesses. Because if I said to you that some of the problem is the deeper channels of currents that may be 3, 4, 5 miles below the ocean or below Antarctica and are now flowing in a different temperature or flowing in a slightly different direction, most people would not consider that a factor when we are looking at the weather pattern in North America. So we will again visit the Bio-relativity Planetary Healing meditation room on my starship, where we have the technology and we have the abilities there to interact in the most advanced way with the spirit of the earth. And this is also something to consider, that there must be the highest technology to communicate with Gaia. Let us begin our meditation. Take 3 deep breaths. On the third breath, connect with your higher spiritual presence. Each of you has a higher self. Each of you has the highest abilities as a planetary healer. And in this meditation, let us now connect with your higher abilities as a planetary healer. Now, allow your spirit to rise up out of your crown chakra. And I, Giuliano, send down a corridor of light over each of you. And I connect all of these multiple corridors of light directly into my starship Athena. And bilocate, travel now at the speed of thought, leaving your physical body and traveling directly through the corridor to the starship Athena. You arrive at my starship Athena in the fifth dimension. You leave the corridor. And I, Giuliano, with Helioa, greet you at the doorway. And together we walk down the hallway into the Planetary Healing Room. We also call it Gaia Planetary Healing Chamber. Come in. You see many other Ascended Masters and Arcturian healers sitting in a gigantic circle. In the center of the circle is a holographic image of planet Earth. And the holographic image is now focused on North America. We will use, again, the white screen that is above the holographic image of the Earth, and we will project our affirmations and requests onto this white board. This is a dynamic, highly technologically evolved board because the board is going to be able to be downloaded directly into the heart of Gaia, into the spirit of the Gaia. And Gaia will receive this in extreme accelerated fashion. Number one, let us look at the devastation over the Kentucky, parts of Illinois, Tennessee, and the Midwest that have been so traumatized and damaged by this tornado. We identify the area on the map. We see the stream, exact pathway of the destruction. And we place a golden dome of light over the area to accelerate the healing, to accelerate the recovery, to accelerate the rebalancing of all property, the rebalancing of all lives that have been totally traumatized and disrupted, the coordination of all assistance and help, and just the general balancing energetically through that area. So we will say, number one, let the area in the path of the tornado recently be rebalanced and reharmonized in the highest light. Let us meditate on that thought. And as we project also the path of that tragic tornado. Number two, we see the atmospheric river of moisture and storms traveling eastward from the Sierra Nevada mountains, ranges in California and Northwest through the Midwest. And we were saying, let that atmospheric river of moisture and storms be modified and decreased in strength now as it comes into the Midwest. And visualize that atmospheric moisture weakening in intensity, still bringing rains, but no dramatic or extraordinary weather events. That will be number 2 on our white screen. Again, use your arcane power. For this affirmation, let the intensities of the atmospheric storm coming eastward towards the Midwest weaken, and be without major events of weather. We'll meditate on that too right now. Now, let us focus on the Southwest, and including Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, parts of California, parts of Nevada, parts of Utah, parts of even Mexico that are in need of moisture. And let us see that parts of the atmospheric river of moisture dips down into Arizona, brings moisture into New Mexico, and stretches directly into Colorado, bringing needed moisture. There is plenty of moisture in this atmospheric river. So let it be spread out through the Southwest in the states that we have mentioned. Again, we'll return to meditation, sending your arcane power into the white board that we are projecting our thoughts onto. We will meditate together again. Your arcane power has projected strength and high intensity onto the white board in the planetary healing room in front of the holographic image of the Earth that is now tuned to North America. Let us send again higher powers from our third eye to that board with those requests. And now, with the Arcturian technology and power of our planetary healing skills and your participation, we will download these requests through the holographic image of the Earth, and it will go directly into Gaia, so that Gaia can make the necessary adjustments for the highest good based on our request today. 1, 2, 3, now. The white screen, whiteboard with our high intensity arcane thought powers is now downloaded into Gaia. It is being processed now through our planetary healing technology. We have reached the proper place and energy and have sent this request into the heart of Gaia. And we send our love and honor and respect for our beloved planet, who has put up with so much abuse from the human species. And she too, Gaia too, is awaiting for the emergence of the next higher stage of man, Homo Omega. I have placed a new screen in front of the holographic image, and we are going to ask whatever powers Gaia has to help facilitate and accelerate the manifestation of Homo Omega now onto North America. Place now the highest image of Homo Omega that you are comfortable with. And I will write the affirmation that we request that Gaia help with the manifestation of Homo Omega in North America as soon as possible. See those words on the whiteboard. And again, send your arcane power to those images and to those words, asking Gaia to assist in any way possible for the acceleration of Homo Omega onto North America. We'll be in silence. Homo Omega. Light. Let the Omega light be used to accelerate our first affirmations, and now this affirmation as our request for assistance from Gaia in the manifestation of Homo Omega is now downloaded in the right place at the right time into the spiritual energy of our planet Gaia. Prepare to leave the planetary healing room. Take time to embrace any of the other masters that are in the room. and I, Giuliano and Helio, send each of you a special blessing, for we honor your devotion to healing and rebalancing this planet. You leave the room, walk down the hallway, and re-enter the corridor from which you came, and travel at the speed of thought now through the corridor back into your room. Traveling through the corridor at speed of thought refreshes and accelerates your own higher vibrations. You are now 6 feet above your physical body and re-enter now in perfect alignment, bringing your highest planetary healing energy and light back into your physical body. I'm Giuliano. Good day.